Would you like to decorate a cake with whipped cream frosting without it melting down or falling apart? Would you like to make stiff peaks using whipped cream that holds its shape for days? And would you like to make a whipped cream sharp edge cake? Then this frosting is all you need. And of course, it is vegetarian. So please do keep watching. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Drum rolls please, presenting the secret ingredient to our luscious and smooth stabilized whipped cream, and that is nothing but cream cheese. Yes, cream cheese is that ingredient which is gonna take our whipped cream frosting to next level and give it that required stability which we always struggle to get. Basically, we are taking softened cream cheese here. That is, I just let it sit at room temperature for around 30 minutes and then take it into a mixing bowl and whip it until it is smooth and lump free. Do remember to scrape your bowl every now and then so that you whip it evenly. Before adding the next ingredient, it is important to scrape the bowl and get the cream cheese to the center so that there are no lumps of cream cheese left out in our final frosting. A tip or a point to note here is that whenever you start adding the whipping cream, do note that you have to whip it continuously. So whipping continuously, I am adding my whipping cream little by little. This is dairy whipping cream. We do not get non-dairy in here, New Zealand. So this is what I always used to use for frosting and always disliked the outcome. But now you will see the magic. If necessary, do scrape your bowl once so that everything comes together. The thing is, we do not want any lumps or bits of cream cheese in our final frosting, right? So it is important to take care that the mixture remains smooth throughout. It may seem complicated, but it's actually not. Simply take care that you are whipping continuously while adding your cream. That's it. Once all your cream is added, start adding the icing sugar little by little. Again, if you are observing, then we are whipping the mixture continuously. So adding little by little, just mix it all through. Another tip for you guys is to use icing sugar here. That is because icing sugar already has some cornstarch to it, which also helps in stabilizing our whipped cream. Just so that we have a base to check and test the stability of our stabilized whipped cream, I am starting out by just whipping simple cream in another bowl without the cream cheese added to it. We will simply add the flavoring and color of our choice and whip the cream until it has got stiff peaks. So towards your left is the cream that we have whipped with cream cheese added to it, and towards your right is the cream that has nothing, just the whipping cream and icing sugar with the flavoring and color added to it. This is just a personalized step that is gonna follow now. So once I get soft peaks, I'm going in with my hand whisk and whipping it to get a stiff peak. That is because I feel when you use a hand beater at this stage, the cream may go from whipped to over whipped in a matter of few seconds. Whereas if I go with a hand whisk, it is easier to control the stages of the final whipped cream. This is just a personalized step. You can continue whipping it with hand beater if you are more comfortable with it. How do you know that your cream is whipped to stiff peak stage? Simple, take out a portion of it onto your spatula, and this is defying gravity. It is not falling off the spatula even when I am turning it all upside down. Unless I shake it through, it doesn't fall off. So that's when you know your cream is to the right stage. This is so magical. Now let's put our stabilized whipped cream to some tests and see what results do we get. The first thing that we are going to test is on the appearance or the looks or texture. It is kind of obvious that the one with the cream cheese is more silky, smooth, it looks luscious and rich as compared to the plain whipping cream. I do not know how much texture the camera is catching up here, but definitely if you see it personally, you can see small grains in our whipped cream, whereas the cream cheese one is way too smoother. Definitely the cream cheese wins here. The second test that we are going to put it up is obviously taste, the most important factor, at least for me. So let's taste it. Okay, I'll be genuinely honest here. In terms of light and airiness, I definitely will give it to the whipped cream one, no doubt about it. But if you look at the texture, the flavor, the cream cheese one is so much smooth when you put it into your mouth. It kind of melts in your mouth. Not really, because the cream cheese is heavy, but then the flavor that it is giving out is something else. And trust me on this, since the amount of cream cheese is very little as compared to the whipping cream, you absolutely won't taste the cream cheese in here once you add your flavoring agent to it. Definitely the cream cheese one wins here. The next test that we are going to put it through is piping. So simply I'm going to fill my piping bag with some frosting. So that's my simple rosette here, and it is pretty evident that the one with cream cheese is much more smoother and stiff than the whipped cream one. And our final and most important test, of course it has to be stability, right? That's the main purpose of this whole video and recipe. I just let them sit at room temperature for around 30 minutes, and you can clearly see the one without stabilizer, that is the cream cheese, has started melting down and has turned liquidy. It is winter season here in New Zealand, so the heaters are on 24/7. However, I switched it off while shooting this video or whipping the cream in general, so I would say the temperature of room is around 30 degrees Celsius now. And clearly the whipping cream has not held its shape. Will you believe if I say I whipped this frosting 4 days ago, that is on Thursday, and today is Sunday when I am shooting this video. And you can clearly see that the whipped cream is so stiff and smooth even now, and it is clearly in a pipeable condition. This is the beautiful cake that I made using this particular frosting. By the way guys, if you are someone who is interested in learning more about baking and the science behind it, then I have shared a super detailed post about the stabilized whipped cream on my website spicesandflavors.com. I highly recommend you guys to check it out, because there are a lot of things that cannot be said in an 8-minute video, right? That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you found this informative, and if you did, then please do hit the like button, share it with your friends and family. Comment below and let me know which is your favorite frosting, and subscribe to Spices and Flavors for more such baking and dessert related recipes. I will see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.